Alfie, many congratulations on signing a new contract. You must be delighted to get that over the line.
Yeah, with every new contract, it's a dream come true. Obviously, being a fan since I was young, and a lot of my family being fans, it's brilliant and a proud moment. Yeah, brilliant.
Just checking who came in. I hadn't realised you were here since you were 7. You're coming up to your 20th birthday. It's an awful long time.
Yeah, 7 years, 7 years old. Centre of excellence then. A lot of trips down the M4 with my old man, and dedication, and missed a lot of birthdays and weddings and all sorts. But no, it's brilliant, and I've loved every minute.
You must have played under. You've probably lost count of the coaches you played under.
A lot of coaches, Golden Hill. That's all I've known.
A lot of players have gone by as well.
Yeah, it's strange because I was never the best or the special one. I was just, the medium. Worked my socks off. Loved Bristol Rovers. Loved playing football, and I think I put that down to my progression and coming through all the years, because there was a lot of lads that were better than me, and they've sort of fallen by the wayside, I suppose, and not even playing football now. So obviously keeping dedicated and working my socks off and being medium and aggressive and loving football is key in my progression and developing as a Bristol Rovers player. Yeah.
You've been tested a few times, don't you? I mean, you were tantalising close to the first team a few years ago. You were on the bench, I think, against Accrington, I think, and you must have been so close then.
Yeah.
And then you went on, you picked up an injury, didn't you, which kept you out for a long time?
I was on the bench sort of several times when I was a second-year scholar as a 17-year-old, and then that pre-season I told myself I got to go back as fit as possible and as strong as possible. So did that as fit as I'd ever been. I'd played the most games out of any player pre-season. I was in and out of the squad that year, and then I went on loan to Cirencester for 2 months, and I sort of knocked on the gaffer's door and said, can I have another month, playing, loving it. And he said, I want you to stay, sort of knock on my door and see where it takes you. I think Tom Lockyer was going away on international duty, so I was sort of I was buzzing, and first game in the Gloucester Senior Cup, and we'll see. 15 minutes in, disaster happens, and I remember I knew straight away I'd done something, crawled off the pitch, and then that night I was saying to my old man, I think it's all right. I think I've just tweaked it, I'm okay. I'll be all right. We went and got the scans, and obviously I'd done my ACL, my LCL, and I detached my hamstring as well. So it's not nothing I like to remember, but likewise, I learned so much from that injury, and I've developed as a football player, but as a human as well. I think developed into a young man from it. And it was a tough time. It was a tough 10 months, and I was very fortunate to have such a good surgeon, and the Bristol Rovers staff as well. Luke Coleman helped me massively, and I came back a few months earlier as well, and played my first game this September just gone, and it was brilliant.
I remember talking to you after you'd done the injury, and I think the prognosis was you could be out for a year.
Yeah.
And I know you were determined to come back sooner than that. You worked hard all through last summer, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd as soon as I had the diagnosis, I told myself, and I said, you've got to do everything you can to be back in the best possible state. So I made sure I did every rep of every set, every run. I was in the gym, I was eating the right foods, and I did everything right, because I don't think I would have been able to live with myself if I hadn't have done that. After being 7 years old and joining the club, and my family sacrificing so much, 3 times a week training, driving over an hour isn't easy. So if I made sure that wasn't sort of the end of me as such, and came back bigger and stronger, and progressed since then, I think.
Yeah, and you're a regular in the development side from when you came back. Has that been a bonus, being able to play regular football for a Rovers side?
Of course, every time I put on the Bristol Rovers shirt, it's a great feeling, and captain in the side, the under-23s is brilliant, and Chris Hargreaves and Steve Milnor, Brian Dutton, they're all fantastic coaches and great role models. So it was brilliant to come straight in from there and not have to maybe go straight out on loan, because I was at the state to be in contention for the first team. So that little progression, that little step up was brilliant, and to get a few games, and then obviously I finished the season on loan at Hungerford, which was brilliant.
Well, can I ask you about that? What was that like at Hungerford? Because they stayed up in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, we stayed up on the last game, so it was absolutely brilliant. I loved every minute. I could have maybe gone to a team that didn't really have anything to play for, sort of mid-table, you know, just playing games. But I made the decision to go there, and they've got Ian Herring, Jeremy Newton as a player coach and manager, and Ian Herring, he's a great leader of men and a great role model, and he's just an old school good player. He was brilliant. I loved playing alongside him and under him. And then Jeremy Newton, he used to be at Swindon. He's a great professional, knows the game, and is a good football man. So yeah, I'd like to thank them. They were brilliant, and it helped so much. And like I said, I could have gone somewhere where there was no pressure, but that pressure, I think it teaches you a lot, as you are as a player and as a human, and how you deal with that. So as a young player, to go and experience that, you know, last game of the season, the fans are on the pitch and the lads are singing, and it was brilliant. And I loved the pressure. I enjoyed the pressure. You know, every game, going out, you've got to win, sort of thing. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it, and I think you've got to thrive in them situations and embrace it. And I'd like to think I did that.
And back here, and you on the bench for Rovers last game of the season at Southend?
Yeah, it was sort of, we were a bit bare bones, but I looked at it as it was a reward for obviously having my injury. I'd never really, you know, I was back sort of 4 months earlier, and I never really had a pat on the back, you know, a well done, or good lad, like you've done well. So it was nice to obviously come back, be on the bench. It was a good feeling, you know, training with the first team lads, preparing for a game. I hadn't done that for over 2 seasons, so it was it was great, you know, travelling on the coach, and yeah, it's brilliant, and I loved it.
Right, but you've got your contract now, and I'm guessing this summer you'll be able to take a break rather than work all the way through.
Yeah, it is. It's obviously last summer I was injured, so I didn't stop. But you have your couple of weeks holiday, and then you get yourself fit and as strong as possible come, you know, first day of pre-season, that first of July, which I know a lot of the lads do dread, a lot of footballers do dread, but on a personal note, I love it. You know, you got your new training kit, you got your new boots on, the sun's shining, you're going out to play football and do running, and that's your job. I mean, if you're a footballer and you're waking up and you're thinking, oh, I'm dreading pre-season, then you're not in the right job. You know, like, blessing me old man, he's on the building site at 6 o'clock in the morning with a hard hat on, and I'm going out to play football with my mates. So embrace it, and I love it, and I'm so grateful to do that. And I'll work hard in the off season, and come 1st of July I'll get in the gaffer's face and hopefully play some pre-season games and see what's happening, sort of thing.
So realistically, is the next season a make or break one for you in terms of getting
possibly,
that
yeah. I
team
mean, this is my third professional contract, you know, and I'm a professional footballer, but I'm not a professional footballer in the sense of I'm a young lad, you know. I'm training, I'm playing the odd 23s game, couple of months. So you're a professional football player, but you're not, you know. You're 35, 40 games season out there. That's your professional football player. So it is a bit of a make or break year. You know, I'm 19, I'm coming up to 20 in a few weeks, so it's a big season for me. And I always told myself I don't want to be the 22-year-old that still hasn't made an appearance and is just training. I want to play football. I want to be a footballer at whatever level and the highest standard I can. So whether that is hopefully, well, maybe going out on loan to a decent standard, then that's what I'll do, and I'll have to take that on the chin, and that's where I'll be.
You must be encouraged, though, with the pathway being shown to young players through to the first team.
Yeah.
Given the ones that have made their debut towards the end of this season.
Yeah, you know, it's unbelievable. The likes of Luke Ross, Roland Maynesi, Michael Kelly making his debut the other day, Cam Hargreaves making his debut, Alexi coming on. It's obviously the first season we've had that, you know, and before it wasn't. It was sort of under 18s. You're with the first team, and it was tough because you never had that little step up that you need to develop and mature, because it's so easy for the gaffer to go and get experienced players to do that role. Why would he have you? Do you know what I mean? So it's excellent, and fair play to the boys that have made their debut. It's a great experience, and something that nobody can take it away from them. You know, it's brilliant.
A lot of competition for central defensive places. You mentioned Roland there, who's been out on loan at Swindon, but you look at the first team: Tom Lockyer, Tom Broadbent, Tony Craig, James Clark, Joe Parton can all play there. Are you looking forward to testing yourself and pushing that?
Yeah, it's testing myself and playing alongside them sort of players. Played a game with Ryan Sweeney, you know, and he's a lad who's a year older than me, but he's at a Premier League club. So to see what he does and to play along somebody who's thought of like that is obviously brilliant. And we got the likes of Tom Lockyer, who's a great leader and player and similar to me, I think. And it wasn't that long ago we had Jake Clark-Salter, who's the same age as me. You know, he's an England captain, he's at Chelsea, he's playing in the Championship now. So for me to look over my shoulder and see him, who is everything that I want to be, is like, it's a pinch yourself moment, you know, it's a dream come true. And to be training alongside somebody like that, it's brilliant. It's frustrating as well. Obviously, you get some other centre-halves in, and it's a bit of a, why doesn't he want me? You know, I'm on the phone to my dad saying, why does he feel the need to bring in somebody if I'm here? You know, I've been here since I was 7. Why can't he give me the chance instead of bringing these other lads in and giving the chance? But there's certainly no gimmies at this club, and the gaffer isn't going to give you a chance or put you on for the sake of it. So, you know, it's being good a player as them, if not better, and that's what you got to strive to be. You know, you got to be the same, if not better, and that's what you got to do.
You mentioned your dad there. He's been a big influence on your development. I mean, he played football himself, didn't he?
Yeah, my dad, he was a non-league hard man. I describe him. You know, no nonsense centre back, and he's I had one of them things growing up called a football obsessed dad. So. It was brilliant, you know, and he made sure that he did everything in his power to give me the best opportunity. So yeah, it's brilliant, and he's helped me a lot. And he's not one to be, you're the best, you know, you're really good. He's never praised me. It's always not criticism, but he's helped me, and without him, I don't think I'd be where I am today.
He's probably as pleased as you got him doing.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it, and yeah, it's a proud moment for me and him, to say the least.
Let's hope things go well next season for him, mate.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you, and look forward to the new season.
Yeah.